Hindi lang po yung ating bansa ay nasa gitna ng iba't ibang krisis. Pati yung mga iba't ibang ahensya, yung mga relevant agencies ng government natin na dapat in charge of dealing with the public health crisis right now are themselves hounded by allegations of corruption and abuse of power. At isang central figure sa mga allegations na yan is the current Department of Health Secretary Fracisco Duque. But the DOH Secretary seems to be confident. Sa gitna ng calls for his resignation month after month for supposed mishandling of the crisis and other kinds of allegations of corruption, naalala nyo, ito yung sinabi ni Secretary Duque, I serve at the pleasure of the President. So mukhang close sila ni Pangulong Duterte. And he seems still confident that the recent task force investigation into allegations of corruption within PhilHealth would not adversely affect his career trajectory or his political faith. With the Department of Justice conducting its own investigation, which will be released by September 14, ito yung sinabi ni Secretary Duque. Antayin natin yung resulta ng investigasyon. At mukhang kampante si Secretary Duque that the report by the Department of Justice will not put him in negative light. Ayon sa kanya, alam naman ninyo na dati na akong naging kalihim. Ito ay pangalawang beses kumbaga. What else do I have to prove? Wala naman, trabaho lang para sa bayan at para din makatulong maging tagumpay ang administrasyon ni Pangulong Duterte. Of course, the DOH Secretary was referring to his close relationship with the President, the fact that he has served this President in different positions and also previous presidents, particularly the GMA administration. And that seems to make him very confident, even though the Senate is pushing for potential filing of criminal charges against him, and the Department of Justice is conducting a very serious investigation into the PhilHealth mess. Ano ba talaga itong close relationship between Secretary Duque and President Duterte? Ayon sa presidential spokesman, si Presidente naman po ay nagtitiwala pa rin kay Secretary Duque. Pero antayin po natin ang rekomendasyon ng task force dahil kung meron din ganyang rekomendasyon ng task force, ay rerespetuhan naman ng Presidente ang rekomendasyon. Nagtitiwala pa rin si Pangulong Duterte kay Secretary Duque. And let's not forget that Harry Roque, the presidential spokesman, also emphasized that President Duterte is not only close with the current Department of Health Secretary, but perhaps even closer to the brother of the Department of Health Secretary. Back in June, ito yung sinabi ni presidential spokesman Harry Roque. He, meaning President Duterte, is very close to the brother of Secretary Duque, Attorney Gons Duque. So who's Attorney Duque and who are the Duques? To begin with, and bakit napakalapit yung kanilang relationship with President Duterte? Well, apparently, Attorney Gons Duque was among the few, if not the only one, who actually welcomed President Duterte in Dagupan City when he was running for president. After all, they were San Beda Law graduates, so they come from similar background. At ayon sa palasyo, they have very close and deep friendship. In fact, Attorney Gonzalo Duque, the brother of the current Department of Health Secretary, also served under the Duterte administration. In particular, he was appointed to head the Philippine Coconut Authority as its administrator back in 2019. Now, the Duques are actually a very prominent family in Dagupan, and the Duques have been a major player in Philippine politics for quite some time. And the Duques are actually close also to the Macapagal Arroyos. Well, actually, Duque's father, Fracisco Duque Jr., served also in top positions of government under the Macapagal administration. He was the president of the Philippine Medical Association and later on appointed Secretary of Health by President Justado Macapagal. He resigned from the cabinet in 1963 and he successfully ran for governor of Pangasinan, with no less than President Justado Macapagal actually campaigning for him. He served as governor of the province from 1964 to 1967. So later on, the younger Duque served also for the younger Macapagal. He was the Secretary of Health of President Macapagal Arroyo, a position which he held from 2005 to 2009. And he actually also served as chairman of the Civil Service Commission, a position that he held way into the Benigno Aquino administration. And Secretary Duque actually had a different position before he became the Department of Health Secretary under President Duterte. In particular, he became the chairman of the Government Service Insurance System, another major government agency that has been hounded by allegations of corruption. His term in GSIS actually ended quite abruptly in March 2017 when he replaced Pauline Ubial as the Department of Health Secretary. Meantime, his brother, Gonzalo Duque, was appointed as the Commissioner of the Social Security Commission in 2016. So the Duques have been quite a regular staple in the Macapagal administrations, the father and daughter, And also, under President Duterte, the Duque brothers have served in different and important positions of the government. These are the ties that bind. But another interesting connection is to no less than Mocha Uson, a former assistant secretary in the government of President Duterte and now also an administrator. And most of all, she's known as one of the staunchest and most prominent supporters of the president on social media. Well, mukhang close actually ang mga Duques and Mocha Uson's family. In several of his columns for the Sunday Punch, which has been described as Pangasinan's news leader, Attorney Duque actually described Mocha Uson as his parang inaanak, baptismal goddaughter. So in a way, parang godfather ni Mocha Uson ang mga Duques. In fact, the Duques have been close to the parents of Mocha Uson, the late Judge Oscar Uson, and Mocha Uson's mother, Dr. Esterelita Uson. Mocha Uson's mother actually served as the head of the pediatrics department of the Region 1 Medical Center in Dagupan. So mukhang very close nga ang relationship, not only between President Duterte and Duque, but there are many ties that bind the President of the Republic and also the Duque brothers. And as in everything in Philippine politics, it's quite a small world. But let's hope that there will be thorough, comprehensive, and impartial investigation by the Department of Justice, and that the President will be more effective in dealing with corruption scandals and allegations of abuse in key agencies of the government para naman maging effective din siya in terms of dealing with the COVID-19 crisis. Ako po si Richard Hedarian. Stand with us, stand for truth.